Do you know what it feels like to laugh at the joke everyone else is laughing at? When the joke is you, I do. That's why I speak now, so someone else doesn't have to stay silent. I can't solve your problem. I can't untangle the knots that keep you where you are, but I can offer something I never had. A voice that says, you are not alone. When I was younger, I never saw people like me living openly, joyfully, without punishment or pity. What I did see were whispers, scandals, tragedies turned into punchlines. The jokes, always the jokes, where gay men were the fool, the clown, where if something went wrong, the answer was always, well, because he's gay. And over time, you start to wonder if maybe they're right. Those moments stack up. They crawl under your skin. They teach you to shrink. I speak now because I know the cost of that silence. But I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm speaking to you, the one who's still hiding. Not because you're weak, but because your life is wrapped in obligations, in people you love, in things you've built that you're terrified to lose. You don't have to be ready yet. You don't even have to agree with me. You can just sit here and breathe. My videos aren't instructions. They're not ultimatums. They're a small moment of peace you can borrow until you find your own. And I don't just know silence. I know its consequences. I know what it's like to think you've finally found a friend you can trust with your secrets, the ones you bury so deep in the dark corners of yourself, only to realize later that those same secrets can be used against you, turned into weapons, turned into shame. I know what it's like to search for companionship in places that were never really safe, bathhouses, adult bookstores, shadowed cinemas. For a few hours, those places gave me a sense of escape, a temporary satisfaction, even a strange kind of belonging. But when the doors closed and the lights came back on, I had to return to a reality where nothing made sense and guilt became my harshest judge. I know the ache of stumbling again and again in search of someone who makes you feel valued, who makes you feel like more than a secret. And I know the joy of finally finding that person, even if the road there was paved with heartbreak. So sometimes you don't need a leader. You just need someone who understands without asking you to explain. That's what the inner closet is for. A quiet light in a room that once felt endless and dark. I speak, not because I can speak for you, but because maybe my voice can remind you that yours still exists, untouched, waiting, whole. And when you're ready, even if it's years from now, you'll know it's there. You'll know you are there. Until then, I'll keep talking, because sometimes the loudest revolution is a quiet voice saying, I've been there too. I know exactly how that feels, and you're not alone.